Good morning, guys. I'm totally lying, by the way. It is not morning, and it's probably not going to be morning whenever you watch this, so y'all hear my brakes? I love my car, I really do. Anyway, I'm actually going to Walmart to grab a couple things, but that is not the point. So actually, this is my second time attempting to record this episode, because the first time I recorded this freaking episode, I was connected to the Bluetooth on my car, so the audio was terrible. It was literally like verbatim. Like, it was bad. It was really bad. But I don't care, because I would love to talk about this topic again. So guys, today's episode is all about embarrassing things that I did as a child, as a middle schooler, like early high school years, like all that good stuff. So, these are, I don't know if I would necessarily call some of these, like, embarrassing. Like, it wasn't like, something stupid that I did. It was just, like, stupid in hindsight, maybe. Or, I don't know. Just, like, not, like, dumb stuff. I don't know. Okay, I have this one in mind, and I have to, like, I keep forgetting it, so I want to tell it first, because I will literally forget it. I keep forgetting it, guys. This is so bad. This is literally so bad. Okay. The first one, was actually my first theater audition, okay? This was the first time I was, auditioning for a role, and this was for, listen to this, our Terquasqui Centennial. Alright, our town's 175th anniversary. Train tracks. Basically, someone who lives in our town, is a playwright, so she wrote, like, a little story of, like, how our town was created and everything, and, like, literally everyone that I knew was, trying to be in this play. So, alright, I audition, my brother auditions. It's such a fun time, okay? And basically, my mom says, hey, I want you to, like, read this stuff for these people. She didn't tell me it was in an audition. Basically, I had no idea what I was doing. I walked in there, and they were like, hey, and I'm like, hey, and I just remember, and I was 9, too. Like, I should have known. But anyway, I start, like, reading off, like, this monologue, like, literally just reading it. And you know what? I don't know how good it was because I was 9, but I've always had, like, a good reading voice. I feel like that's the thing with, like, theater kids. We have good reading voices. But I, like, read it, but I literally just read it. Alright? And then my mom was like, yeah, that was an audition. How'd you do? And I was like, what? Like, I was trying to, like, do something? Anyway, I ended up not being casted. But then, these people, were, like, gonna be these roles, but they couldn't do it for some reason. So then me and my brother, were, like, casted. And then my brother decided to have open heart surgery, so then I had to cover both of our roles, which was terrifying, but you know what? I had a good time. I had a really good time. Anyway, so that's that story. Like, okay, like I said, not embarrassing, but, like, embarrassing in hindsight, you know what I mean? My next story, is couple years before that, okay, my first talent show, okay, I was literally, like, in kindergarten or, like, first grade, okay, I roll up in my pageant dress that I wore when I was 4, okay, this cute little dress, and guess what song I sang, guys? Tomorrow from Annie. Literally, like, if you ask anyone, like, they will literally be like, the sun will come out tomorrow, because that's literally what I sounded like, okay? But you know what? I was 6. It was adorable. It was, you know, the cutest thing ever, I guess, because I ended up winning the talent show. And I literally forgot that I did this until somebody told me about it later, like years later. There was another, like, group of people that were performing, and these were, like, junior high aged girls. Like, they were a lot older than I was, and I must have told one of the girls, in your face, like, verbatim, I told her, in your face. I didn't even talk to any of them. And I remember, like, after, like, remembering this whole conversation, I remember her going, like, that's not very nice. So that's embarrassing for me. I can't believe I would do such a thing. I'm such a little butthole. Yeah, that's embarrassing. I feel so bad for her. But you know what? She's, like, slaying now. She's, like, 4 years, maybe 3 years out of high school. She's slaying. She's doing a very good job. I'm very proud of her. Okay. The next story I have, I'm a little bit older, okay? This is, like, 6th grade. So, I am doing this project, and it's a, New Year's Eve project. And we have to, like, write a newspaper. Like, we have to write, like, a couple columns, make, like, ads and stuff, with a partner. So my partner happened to be, like, the smartest person that I know. Like, literally, okay, you know what, now, I don't know, but, like, at this point, like, this was, like, so nerve-wracking to me, because I literally, like, okay, like I said in my first episode, I'm decently, you know, academically good, but, like, in comparison to this guy, I was nowhere near, okay, that's what I thought. So I felt like I had to overcompensate. So I am, you know, writing my paragraph, and I decide to run some of my words and my adjectives and my nouns through thesaurus.com. Okay, get some nice, cool synonyms, alright? Change the word walk to preambulate. Change annoyed to perturbed. You know what I mean? Like, change some of these words to make me sound smarter than I actually was. So, the sentence is, I want to, like, one of my New Year's resolutions is to, you know, be, like, a better person, be a better contributor to my household, and, like, do dishes and laundry and stuff like that, like, stuff that, you know, you promise and then you don't actually do. Anyway, I was 11, okay? Anyway, okay, the word was person, okay, that I had. So then I put that into thesaurus.com. And for some reason, it came up with fiend. And fiend If you don't know how it's spelled, it's literally the word friend without the R. Fiend. Okay? So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is such a pretty word. My partner's gonna think I'm so smart. And then I put the word in there. Alright, and this paragraph looks flawless. Okay, there's nothing that could possibly go wrong at this moment. Okay, the teacher starts reading my paragraph. And my partner, being the really smart person that he is, he's also like going through and reading my paragraph. And he goes, hey, why is fiend in your paragraph if you're trying to talk about being a better person? And I was like, it means person, it means like a person. It means like, like typically like a friendlier person, because it sounds exactly like friend. Nope. It means enemy, adversary. Typically a person that you would think of in a negative light. That's what fiend means. Alright? I completely messed that one up. I don't know how that happened, but I was so embarrassed. I'm like, oh my god. I had a YouTube channel, and I literally, vented about it afterwards. I was so embarrassed. Which brings me to my next point of me being a YouTube channel star at the ripe old age of 11. So, I don't know why I started a YouTube channel, okay? I literally don't know why. I was really obsessed with YouTube at the time. I followed creators such as Jaden Animations, The Odd Ones Out, Gabby Hanna, Liza Koshy, some of these Minecraft YouTubers too. AFMA was a big one. Sky Does Minecraft. A lot of my personality comes out of being a little YouTube kid. And yeah, so the way that I spoke too, you could tell, alright? I was just naturally, I wanted to sound very entertaining, okay? So, I started making these little videos. And my dad introduced me to this app that he used to, edit videos for work, because he works, with a group of people. So he takes pictures and then he puts these videos together. He had to edit it. So I started editing videos, and I got really good at it. Genuinely, I got really, really good at editing these videos. So then I started coming up with wacky, interesting, quirky ideas and making these videos out of them, and then making my friends participate, or it was just me being a bunch of Thomas Sanders too. Yeah, because Thomas was the one that did all the characters, but it was all him. That was me. I did that. There's one I remember, I did a video about the archangels for some reason. I explained Raphael, Gabriel, and Michael, and I explained their stories of why they're an archangel. And it was cool, epic, modern versions, and they were so stupid. But I made all of these videos, and literally from July of my 6th grade, before I started 6th grade, up until I started 7th grade, I had a YouTube channel that I uploaded every, once a week or once every 2 weeks. I don't know either, guys. I don't know why. And if you go and look up that YouTube channel, it got hacked. So all of those videos are gone, guys. So sad. However, in a later episode, I'm going to be talking about, my stuff that I've written in the past, because I used to be a writer, okay? I had another YouTube channel where I wrote stories and I, produced them. So those videos are all still up. So don't even worry, guys. It's totally okay. All right. If you're looking for my content that I made when I was a child, it's still on there. Anyway, the next story I have is also in 6th grade. I don't know what's going on. I think I embarrassed myself so much in 6th grade that I was just a mess in 7th grade. All right. Anyway, 6th grade science class, we are given a project where we either have to talk about just basically like natural disasters, like hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, tsunamis, kind of that whole aspect. And I get partnered up with somebody, and we are given the topic of the Tohoku earthquake, which caused us later a tsunami. It was actually pretty, like, devastating. Like, it was really, really bad. From the stuff that I remember from researching, like, a lot of the town was, like, devastated. It was really bad. Anyway, so little entertainer jokester Bailey decides to literally... This was a performance, okay? So on our, like, little rubric, we had... At the beginning, we had to have an introduction. Okay? So Bailey said... We're gonna make this like a little like acting thing. So I made this poor girl act this out with me. So like it started, we were in like a mall and we were like shopping at like, this was like an Asian country. I don't remember what it was, but like we were at like an anime mall. So one, I'm racist. And two, I'm like, hey, how are you? And then all of a sudden there's like an earthquake sound, and then we're like, oh my gosh, and then we start like hiding. Oh my gosh, I literally found a parking spot, like the first parking spot that I can literally go into. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Anyway, there's a car behind me. I'm so sorry. Anyway, we start like hiding underneath desks and that kind of whole thing. It was so dramatic. Like, okay, prequel to what was later gonna be my path in life, right? Like, it was so dramatic for no reason. But then we, like, went on with the rest of the presentation. And then we found this picture of a bird, like a seagull. And I don't know how it related to the like the topic, but we were like, there were a lot of devastating things, but the most devastating thing was this bird that died, and we named it Neki. Like Nikki, but Neki. That's embarrassing. I am willing to do a part 2, by the way, guys. I have a lot of embarrassing stories, okay? I am Bailey Nickum. I am so embarrassing. Anyway, my last story that I have... You guys are welcome for saying this story, because honestly, I need to clear my name, and 2... A lot of people just, like, say this out of nowhere, and it makes me so mad. So, let's talk about it, okay? I'm giving my voice back to the situation, alright? Pull out couch. We're talking about this. So, when I was 14 years old, at our theater camp, so, the high school group, basically, was very separated from, the rest of the campers. So, everyone would eat in the same room, and then the high schooler groups, like, these, 10 kids all sat in either, it's called the green room. It's, like, a room with a big table and chairs, and then there were also the dressing rooms. This is at, our local theater, so there were, private rooms and, places for everyone to get ready, like dressing rooms, so, these really fancy rooms that musicians would sleep in, overnight. So, naturally, there were couches in there, and, there was, a table, and a sink and a bathroom in there. And it kind of got like a little bit, like claustrophobic sometimes in that green room. So a lot of us would like go and sit in, it was called the private room, like the star dressing room. Okay. So me, and at least 3 other people were in this room. Okay. And, there's a couch. All right. And we have always, this was like one of the last days of camp. Okay. Every single day we sat on this couch, all right? And like I said, there are multiple people in this room. So me and this guy are casted in this musical as the Lovebirds, okay? And everyone at this camp is shipping me and this guy together. And it was so bad now that I think about it. Like, it was just a lot of unnecessary sexualization, basically. Yeah, kind of toxic. I love theater kids. Anyway, so everyone in this camp thought that we were dating, including the staff at the building that we were in. Everybody knew. So, we're all sitting on this couch, or like in the room, and the guy is like, hey, do you think this is a pull-out couch? Like, just be funny. And I was like, oh my god, let's look. So we tear off the cushions, and lo and behold, it's a pull-out couch. So we pull the couch out, and we're like laughing. We're like, oh my gosh, this is a freaking pull-out couch. This is so funny. And like everyone in the room's laughing about it. And then a lady that was working like with the lunch people or like the snack people opens the door and sees me and this guy sitting on the bed. She closed the door, and then magically, hey, can the high school group please meet with the camp director after camp today? We all got in trouble because we were sitting on this bed that we literally like did not have out for more than 2 minutes. I bet you. And it was so stupid that everyone thought that, like, we were kissing or maybe doing something worse on this bed whenever there were multiple people in this room. And also, why in the world would you sexualize a 14 and 15-year-old to do such a thing? Like, I understand that happens, but no! If you knew me when I was 14, heck, even now, if you know me, you know that I would not indulge in such activity. Especially not in front of multiple people at a camp, okay, with other children. So terrible. So terrible. It was so embarrassing. But I know for a fact that I didn't do anything wrong to deserve that. So, thank you, everyone who literally made that so terrifying to me. I can't believe you. Alright? Just JK. I'm well over it. But, like, I don't know. Sometimes people will say it and it'll make me mad. So, I feel like I had to talk about it. Anyway, guys, we definitely need a part 2. If you guys know me and you know embarrassing stories about me, please tell me them, because I need some ideas, okay? Yeah, because I've definitely done a lot more embarrassing things than these. So, yeah, basically that's all I have for you guys today. If you, have not checked out already, I am also uploading another episode today, but the reason why I'm doing a double upload is because that episode is about a review of the Barbie movie, and there's spoilers. So basically, if you have not watched the movie, you've watched this episode, so whenever you watch the movie, you can watch that one, you know what I mean? But if you watch the Barbie movie, make sure you go check out that episode, okay? This is from an intellectual perspective, a review of the Barbie movie. So, it should be a good time. I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys are too. Yeah, so that's all for you guys today. Except ready for the question? For our next podcast episode coming out this Friday. Ready? What are your favorite true crime cases? Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later. Bye!